A question I get asked a lot is, where do I find good tattoo artists? And for me, the answer is Instagram. Every artist that I've been to and every artist that I'll go to in the future, I've found on Instagram. So in today's video, I just wanted to share a few artists that I follow on Instagram, showcase some of their recent work, and explain why I like them personally. So the first artist I wanted to talk about is actually the first artist I ever followed on Instagram, and it's Vincent. She's based at Parliament Tattoo in London, and she's actually the reason why I first got into tattoos. I really like her style, and that sort of influenced all the tattoos that I got in future. The only reason that I've never booked in with her is that her waiting list is so long. Currently her next opening is in March next year, so it's going to be impossible for me to book in. So the next artist I wanted to talk about is Segar, who's based at Inkaddiction in Norwich. I actually met her recently after making a documentary about her work covering up self-harm scars with tattoos, and she's grown a reputation for giving tattoos to people with self-harm scars. She's really refined her technique so that she can cover up scarring and you just can't see it through. She does a lot of floral work, mandalas, and Disney stuff as well for people that are into that kind of thing. But after meeting her personally, I realised how important it was, the work that she was doing to cover up self-harm scars. The next artist I wanted to talk about is Martha Smith, who's based at K Ink in Peckham. It was actually Martha who gave me my first ever tattoo. I actually put off getting my first ever tattoo for many years. It wasn't until one of my friends got a tattoo from Martha and tagged her in it that really gave me the push to go and get my first tattoo. I really liked her work, and it gave me the confidence that she could do a really good job. And since I got that tattoo a few years ago, I've noticed that her skill and technique and reputation have grown since then. She recently got nominated for a Newcomer Award. The next artist I wanted to talk about is Whybrow, who recently moved to Parliament Tattoo, which is where Vincent is based. Like her, Nick was one of the very first artists that I ever followed on Instagram. And while I'm unlikely to get any tattoos from him personally, I do really like his style. His designs are really unique, but they're also very surreal, so I don't think they would actually go with any of my current tattoos. My favourite designs of his are the heads that he does. He incorporates and blends nature into human features, and I'd say that he's probably one of the most original artists out there at the moment. The final artist I wanted to talk about is Matt Stops, who's based at the Family Business. The reason I wanted to mention him is that he's one of the artists that I really hope to get tattooed by at some point in the future. His style completely matches what I like, and from a technical perspective, he's also one of the most talented artists I follow. His designs are very simple, but it's also so detailed. Recently he's done a lot of snakes, which I think look really cool, but I can pretty much scroll through his feed and there's not much that I don't like. So those are just 5 artists of the hundreds that I follow on Instagram. I'd quite like to try and make this a regular series, so let me know if you'd like to see more of this. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!